No, I don't think anybody likes it. I don't think, I don't know really any player really enjoys winning by it as well as losing by it. But there's got to be some way to finalize the game somehow, right? So I felt really confident when we got to that point because I thought we had prepared really well for it. We thought we had the right people in the right spots to take it. And our goalkeeping has been really good in that area all year. I figured, we would get at least one. And just surprised on how we started with it. So that was a little disappointing, But no, it's if you do this long enough at any level, you're going to win some of those, you're going to lose some. So that's the way it goes.
Now, Coach, obviously not the ending that you guys want, but not a bad season at all. Terrific season. What was this ride like?
It was a ride like we haven't had in a while before. It was up and down. A lot of you try to keep your dirty laundry in house, and sometimes some of the adversity that you face as a team, with a squad of 30 some odd players and with each other all the time, just the injuries and the highs and the lows of the season. Very proud of the group. What the team had to overcome. And one thing we kept telling them in the beginning was that last year we were hunting, and this year we were the hunted. And everybody could have been, like I said this before, could have been the Canyon under-8 Blue Belt team coming out to play. As we would have got their best game. And, everybody we played, we got their best game. And it forces you to be at a really high level every day. It's hard to keep that sometimes. There's going to be some dips every now and then because they're not machines, they're human beings, and they have other things that they're having to deal with, and their academics and personal lives, and things that happen in their personal lives that that you have to deal with. You don't know how they're going to deal with it until it happens. So, but super proud of the staff, super proud of the players, and like I said, it was a heck of a ride. And, you're 3 minutes away from get to the Elite Eight, and you end up scoring on yourself, which is unfortunate. And it's unfortunate. Came off of Callan's head because he had a great year, and he was a great leader in our team. And on top of that, he was having a very, very, really good game. And then when his number was called to take the penalty kick, he scored. And so this is the way it goes.
With the season coming to an end, you're losing seniors. Kind of talk about them and what they've meant to your team.
Well, we know for sure we're losing 3 with Callum and Stefan and Marshall. All 3 of them, played pivotal parts over the last 2-3 years. Stefan's been here 5 years. Of the last really 3 years. If you look at the last 3 years of the program, it's Elite Eight. COVID year, we won the regular season and conference championship. And that, if we would have had an NCAA tournament, that team would have gone deep as well. And this year, the Sweet 16 run, the team was 14-4-1. So they provided great leadership, maturity. And those things are hard to replace, And you hope that some of the younger kids have taken notes on, ways to be good leaders and ways not to be good leaders, and how to start to incorporate that, because that transition starts to happen immediately. And so they've been great. All 3 have been great in the classroom, off the field, and done really a great job. And I'm really tickled to death that they've been in our program and they're going to graduate. Cal's going to end up with 2 master's degrees. Marshall's going to get a master's. Stefan Marshall's going to get an undergrad and a master's from WT, same as Stefan. So they're going to come out with 2 degrees and do a great job. And I hope they go into the private sector and make a ton of money and write that big alumni check back. That's hard. And like I said, that's the way it should work. They all leave with at least 1 ring, maybe 2 now. So I think they were upset, obviously, but I think when the dust settles and they look back, they've had a hell of a 2.5 and 3 year ride here.
Coach, with it being the off season now, is it time to kind of just take a breath, or is it like, okay, let's go ahead and get going already?
Well, we need to take a breath. Talking to Brent, who was our administrator for the last 14 days on these trips, you know, I mean, like it just kind of hits you yesterday finally in terms of just the fatigue factor. If I didn't have to come in this morning, do allocations and stuff, I still would have been sleeping. But, you know, it's the emotional and the physical. And so, but yeah, I think a break, a little, you know, a few days, and then we'll get back after the recruiting and finish up the spring schedule, and hopefully finish up the fall schedule. And you know, before you know it, it'll be January. I mean, I can't believe it's already December 6th. It's flown by. So, but there's no rest for the weary in this business. You just got to keep going. So.
There is some decent youth in this team. There's a lot of decent youth, a lot of potential.
Yes.
You know, how are we going to try to use that and use this season to try to build off of for the future?
Well, I think a lot of kids. You know, we're really a young team actually. When you look at the roster and a lot of young kids got a lot of experience. You know, and that's positive. And you can't. The longer, and you know, I know I've been a long time, but the more you're in this business, you can't put a premium on the experience. It's just something to it that, you know, and you know, those kids that were here last year as true freshmen, they got the COVID year. This is their real first year, you know, so you know they're really almost juniors in terms of playing, and which makes a big difference. And so, you know, we've got, you know, 2 commitments already from older players. We had 2 kids that had to sit out this year because of injuries that will be back already that will really help our team. And so, but it gives you that experience that you can't duplicate, you know. And so we're excited. We think nothing against this year's group, but we think next year's team could be even better. So you never know, but potentially it's there, you know, which is just, in our business, is a scary word.